Hello, everyone. A very good morning, good afternoon to all of you. Today, I'm going to discuss a very interesting topic. It's about how do you embrace a culture of experimentation in the media and in the entertainment industry at large, and why that's so critical to sort of to drive differentiation and to drive growth in the market. Before we sort of discuss why we are discussing about this, I just want to sort of baseline where we are in in defending ourselves in a sort of period of unprecedented complexity, if I dare say like that. You look at the business itself, right? The media and entertainment business. It is traditionally and conventionally, it has been said that content is the king, right? And however, if you look at this, content is no anymore not anymore a king. Content continues to be a king, but there's something much beyond content that is emerging, which is the experience, right? It's just no longer about the content. It is about the content, the ecosystem, be it your merc partners, be it the campaigns, the events, the end consumer experience that you're wrapping everything around and so on. And that is what it increasingly takes in the market to drive differentiation and to drive growth. And if the business itself is changing, look at the way the data data that drive decision, how it that changes. If you look at data per se, right? I mean, the traditional world of data is all about using few data points to make the decisions and to just go along with it and so on. But however, what we are seeing emerging is you are now bombarded with millions of data points coming from multiple channels, multiple consumption mediums, multiple user channels, and user generated content and so on and so forth. All of this influencing and impacting decisions that end decision makers take, and which brings to the nature of decisions itself. Traditionally, and this industry is a lot more so than pretty much any other industry, is a lot of decisions, be it the kind of content that you need to choose, be it the kind of campaigns that you need to launch, be it the kind of interventions that and the decisions that executives have to make. A lot of it is driven by the experience, and coupled with intuition. And increasingly, what is happening and what where we are seeing the shift is, besides intuition and experience, which is no doubt critical and important, we are seeing significant experimentation coming into play. What does experimentation mean? Is it possible where executives and any decision makers down the value chain take experiment innovation, experiment with decisions, try to sort of be differentiate themselves, try to be innovative, try to sort of carve out a way where what they want to do is success in the market. So how do you enable that particular aspect of decision making? Because increasingly that is what it takes to succeed in this market. Ultimately, that brings to the people, the organizations at large within the industry. You tend to have typically siloed organization which are functional in nature. People tend to have functional expertise. There is some knowledge and collaboration within those silos. Inter organizational collaboration is there, but it's not to the extent that we would desire and so on. But increasingly, organizations are expected to go beyond the functional competence and the traditional modes of collaboration, and organization increasingly looking at people and employees per se, who are mostly problem solvers. Can I bet on someone who can spot something new, who can spot something innovative and take me there and deliver me the growth and the returns and so on? And that is the sort of the complexity, the paradigm of complexity the industry finds itself in. And if the industry itself is finding itself in this paradigm, let's take some examples and see how we are already in each of us in our individual roles already seeing this and seeing this panning out. There are certain areas where we believe that the complexities are already overrunning the experience, the accumulated experience with the industry. Take, for example, content development. Gone are the days where you had a vision of the content that you want to produce, you had the story that you want to launch, and then you just go ahead, pick your cast and just go to market with it and so on. Right now, the whole content lifecycle process is entirely different. The traditional mode of content development is all about you create the content, launch, and it is a nice bell curve where you launch